When we talk about hydrotherapy, we're obviously using water, you said. Is there a specific water or liquid solution that you're using? Are there different versions of a purified versus something in it?
Thank you for that question because it speaks to our device. This closed system that I work with and I actually distribute to our people so they can get set up in their practice comes with a 3-stage filtration system.
Mm.
So it doesn't matter whether you're on a well in the countryside or living in a metropolitan area that has tons of chemicals. The water through my system is purified. It's drinkable, it's potable. So if you're going to find a colon hydrotherapist outside the Shea group, that would be a first question. How do you purify? How do you filter the water? Can you send me a photo? There are a lot of people who are not filtering their water. Are you using disposable tubing and kits? Is everything thrown away? There are still therapists. Most of them are actually in New York City, I'm sorry to say, using stainless steel and rubber tubing. It scares me. Because that's all there was back then. When my husband started this in the 80s, you had an autoclave, just like the dentists use for their instruments, and you dipped it in Clorox and threw it in the autoclave. Well, I hope that's what they're doing. But the tubing itself was another matter.
Right.
So everything we use is disposable. And the water purification is crucial. Just like you wouldn't drink tap water without filtering it, I hope.
No.
But so many people do. Pastor, they come to
Don't
me.
get me started on that, Kathy.
I know. It's scary. I'm working with a wealthy, educated population. They're driving up here in Mercedes and Teslas, and they're dripping in gold and Gucci bags, and they're feeding their kids goldfish, those little cracker things.
Yep.
And that's all the kids will eat. I said, wait a minute. Who bought the goldfish?
Exactly. Those kids don't have the money to do that yet.
They're not old enough to even go to the store.
Exactly.
It's just amazing. So you spoke to it beautifully. It's not just what we eat, it's how we eat. It's not just what we're shopping for. It's the intention that we're holding that's to nourish and nurture. And we have a huge deficiency, especially in the children, because they're not taught how to shop and chop and prepare and cook like my grandmother taught me. She gave me the butter knife and I could cut the banana. I was on a step stool. I don't know, 4 or 5. I just remember doing it. And she was like, good girl, Katrina. She called me Katrina because she is from Germany.
Right.
But this is so important to enroll everyone in the home so they can learn together, contribute together. When we eat, how much is enough? This overeating. People who overeat are usually not eating nutrient-dense food. And the body's saying, give me more, give me more, give me more. It's fascinating, the whole psycho-emotional piece around it.
It's all
Especially
connected.
especially if you weren't breastfed, you didn't get the colostrum, you didn't get those first immune factors. I'd love to see some studies.
Right.
And I'm training more doctors, so I'm hoping that that's going to happen.
That's a good thing. They need the awareness and the training to understand this. And one of the things you just brought up is the idea of when you eat.